Hey, this is Dr. Sage. Today on Sage Advice, our topic is the right way to sleep, the positions you should be in. So stay tuned. All right. Hey, this is Dr. Sage. One of the most common questions I get asked here in the office is, which way should I sleep, Doc? Should I be on my back? Should I be on my side? I'm a stomach sleeper. What's that going to do to me? So I'm hoping to cover some of those today. I'm going to give you some different options, where the challenges are when it comes to sleeping, and some of the things you might be able to do on your own without even having to go to spend any extra money or anything like that. So I'm going to use my model here. My kids dubbed Mr. Bones a long time ago. So Mr. Bones is going to show us the proper sleep positions as we go through them. And then I also wanted to show you on this model just the normal neck curve. So one of the most important things we have to remember when it comes to sleeping is the positioning of the spine and the neck. So this normal curve in this direction going towards the back here is the best way to get the right sleep and support for your neck. So whether you're sleeping on your side or on your back, I'm going to show you the two different positions that we recommend here in the office, and then we'll talk about some of the challenges you might have with that. So we'll start right here. So normally, if you're laying on your back on your bed, you're going to have some give in your bed. So depending on whether your mattress is too firm or too soft or whatever, that's going to play a difference or make a change in how and what style pillow you may need. If majority of the time, the biggest mistake we see is people come in and they have like all these pillows. They have pillows built. They're reading or they're doing something where they're sleeping with this position here. So what that's going to do is it's going to flatten that neck curve and it's going to bring the chin really close to the chest. A couple things. It's really bad for the neck because you're flattening that curve like I showed you earlier. Also, you're closing down the airways. All the nasal passages, all the throat airways are being closed down on. That's going to lead to snoring, and it's also going to cause you to be more apt to sleep apnea. And you need the oxygen throughout the night while you're sleeping, so you want to make sure that you're not using too much pillow. That's the most common mistake that we see on a regular basis. So you want to make sure that the pillow is going to keep your head in neutral. So this pillow here that I have, this is my actual pillow that I use. It's through Proper Pillow. You can order them online. But what it has is support here, or if they have different size supports, and then also a space for side sleeping. So if you want to get your head in the right position, so you're going to get support right here, and then there's a bit of a hollowed out area right here for the head to sink into, and that'll give that nice support into the curve there. But it's not real firm. It's not like a memory foam style that I hear all the time. People talk about their memory foam pillow and how they don't like it. They just get droned into that one position. It's really difficult to move. So I'm not a big fan of the memory foam types, but this one does very well, and it does have good support there. So this is one of the best positions we can be in for the neck. Sometimes people will want to put a bolster or a pillow underneath of the knees, and it's perfectly fine to do that. When you do that, that'll actually relax the lower back. It helps some people. Sometimes it actually hurts the low back for other people. So you got to play around with that. And you don't need a bolster like this. You can use just a small pillow, just enough to get the knees up and take having the knees being full stretched out. That's where sometimes you'll get in trouble with the low back if the low back is an issue. So that'll help relax the low back. But this is one of the more ideal positions that you can be in. And then these sometimes can be a challenge if they have too much support. It'll bring your neck into more of an extended position. And you don't want that either. So the more extended you are, the more likely you are to bring the head back too far. And that's going to be not a great position either for the neck. So you want to make sure you get in that nice neutral position. Basically, think of yourself standing, keeping the head in neutral, and that would be a good position for you, okay? One of the other things that we'll have people ask is, can they sleep on their side? Yes, you can sleep on your side. You can do it in a couple different ways. So I don't know if Mr. Bones will be helping me out here, but when you sleep on your side, depending on how broad your shoulders are, you may need to bring this pillow up. You can already see the head's dropping down, okay? This would be a scenario where you don't have enough pillow at all, and this would be a lot of strain and stress on this side of the neck. It'll also be compressing on this side of the neck, so some of the nerves in here might be affected. And then if you have too much pillow, say in this position, what's going to happen is kind of like when you fall asleep on the couch, you're taking a nap, and your head gets in that bad position like that. That's going to be a challenge right there. This is what we hear all the time. I slept in a bad position, and they got this, pain in their neck or something along those lines. So you want to try to get into that neutral spine position on your side, just like this, where that head stays in a good position there. Okay. Again, what will happen is people will sometimes go into that fetal position. They'll tuck their chin in here, and then the same issues we were having earlier with closing down on the airways and straightening that cervical spine or that neck curve, it's going to go straight down this way. So you don't want to do that either. So you want to, again, keep that head in more neutral position, keep the airways open, keep your spouse happy. That's a good way to do that. One of the worst things you can do to sleep is on your stomach. Stomach sleeping, there's just really no good way to do it unless you cut a hole in your mattress right here and you can go straight down like you would say on a massage table. That might be a way where you can sleep on your stomach. Otherwise, the only way you can do it is by having the head twisted or turned one direction or the other. And if you do that for any length of time, it's going to be really a lot of stress and strain on the neck itself. But we see all kinds of people contort themselves to get into that position, and that's not the best way to do it. So we got a couple different pillow options. We use this one here. This is my favorite one so far. A friend of mine just came up with this roll right here, which seems to be pretty good. We haven't tested it out too much yet, but it does the same thing and gets that support in that spine right there. And again, you're supporting that neck curve, but the head stays in neutral position, and that's ultimately what we want to do. So I'm Dr. Sage. I appreciate you tuning in today, and if there's anything that you want me to cover in these, post it in the comments, like, share, do all that stuff. I appreciate your time. Thank you.